history is rarely as simple as one city falling and civilization disappearing. Baghdad's tragedy remains powerful because it shows how fragile institutions can be, and how knowledge survives only when human beings choose to preserve it. The city was wounded, the empire was gone, but the story continued. For more calm journeys into the turning points of history, subscribe. In the winter of 1258, Baghdad still looked like an eternal city. The Tigris carried merchants, pilgrims, officials, and stories through its heart. For centuries, this had been the proud seat of the Abbasid Caliphs. Its scholars copied books, its physicians treated patients, and its markets never rested. But behind Baghdad's famous walls, imperial power had grown dangerously thin. Far to the east, a dark line was moving across the plain. It was the army of Hulagu, a grandson of Genghis Khan. His brother, Great Khan Munka, had ordered him to conquer the west. This was not only cavalry. Engineers and auxiliaries marched beside them. They had already broken the mountain strongholds of the Nizari Ismailis. Now the greatest symbolic city of the Islamic world stood before them. Hulagu demanded submission, tribute, and the dismantling of Baghdad's defenses. Caliph Al-Musta'sim refused, trusting the prestige of his ancient office. The Abbasid name had once commanded an empire from Africa to Asia. By 1258, much of that authority survived only in memory and ceremony. Advisors argued over resistance, negotiation, and escape, while precious days disappeared. Outside the palace, ordinary people continued the routines that made a city alive. A young copyist sharpened his reed pen and returned to unfinished pages. Bakers heated their ovens, and boats still crossed the morning river. Yet each new rumor made the city's gates more crowded and fearful. Refugees brought stories of villages emptied before the approaching Mongol columns. On January 17th, Abbasid cavalry rode out to challenge the invaders. The Mongols used discipline, terrain, and water to trap the advancing force. The sortie collapsed, and survivors raced back toward the city walls. Soon Baghdad was encircled from the east, west, and along the river approaches. On January 29th, the bombardment of Baghdad began. Engineers assembled machines designed to break cities that seemed unbreakable. The first stones struck with a sound felt deeper than thunder. Each impact traveled through roofs, courtyards, streets, and frightened bodies. Arrows crossed the sky, while fires appeared along exposed sections of defense. Baghdad's defenders answered from the battlements with arrows, stones, and courage. But courage could not equal the enemy's numbers, organization, and siege experience. By February 4th, Mongol forces controlled vital sections of the eastern defenses. From rooftops, citizens could see smoke rising where certainty had once stood. Fear moved through Baghdad faster than any messenger could carry it. Markets closed, and the city's familiar noise faded into waiting. Hospital courtyards filled with the injured, the exhausted, and the terrified. Some scholars wrapped manuscripts in cloth and hid them inside wooden chests. Baghdad contained many libraries, schools, bookshops, and private collections. The famous House of Wisdom remained a powerful symbol of Baghdad's learned past. Yet historians debate what form that institution still had in 1258. The coming loss was larger than the destruction of any single building. Centuries of memory rested in paper, ink, leather, and human minds. As the walls failed, the Caliph sent new envoys to seek terms. Hulagu no longer believed Baghdad's promises, threats, or delayed concessions. Night after night, siege fires turned the horizon into a red warning. Families lay awake, counting the seconds between stones striking the walls. Water jars emptied, bread hardened, and whispered prayers filled dark rooms. On February 10th, Al-Musta'sim finally agreed to surrender. The Caliph emerged with his sons, officials, and a diminished royal procession. Behind them, Baghdad's gates opened to the army waiting outside. Abbasid soldiers were ordered to lay down weapons and leave their positions. For a moment, the conquered city waited in an unnatural silence. On February 13th, Mongol forces took full possession of Baghdad. Looting spread through palaces, treasuries, markets, and government buildings. Private homes were broken open, and generations of possessions scattered into streets. Fires rose above districts that had survived wars, floods, and dynastic struggles. Libraries, archives, schools, and private book collections suffered terrible losses. Later chronicles claim the Tigris ran black with the ink of ruined books. Modern historians treat that famous image as powerful, but difficult to verify. Even without the legend, the destruction of books and institutions was real. Citizens hid in cellars, courtyards, sacred places, and whatever shelter remained. For roughly a week, Baghdad endured looting, killing, fire, and terror. The number of dead is unknown. Later accounts offered wildly different totals. After the sack, Al-Musta'sim was executed with most of his immediate family. With his death, Abbasid political rule in Baghdad came to an end. A dynasty that had risen in 750 had lost its historic capital. Baghdad would no longer command the Islamic world as an imperial center. Hulagu's new realm looked instead toward centers such as Moraga and Tabriz. Yet the story did not end with a silent ruin beside the Tigris. Mongol administrators restored parts of government, trade, and urban life. Markets reopened, boats returned, and survivors rebuilt homes from broken brick. Scholars, books, and ideas continued moving through the wider Mongol world. Baghdad itself recovered enough to remain a center of learning and commerce. This recovery complicates the simple claim that knowledge ended in 1258. An empire ended, but learning survived wherever people carried, copied, and taught it. The fall of Baghdad was therefore both an ending and a transformation. It ended a caliphate, shattered families, and changed the balance of power. But it did not erase every book, every scholar, or every memory. History is rarely as simple as one city falling and civilization disappearing. Baghdad's tragedy remains powerful because it shows how fragile institutions can be, and how knowledge survives only when human beings choose to preserve it. The city was wounded, the empire was gone, but the story continued. For more calm journeys into the turning points of history, subscribe.